Okay, so I'm looking over here and I can see water dripping from that vent. And there it is. It's that little tiny line right there. So I'm gonna have to get another one of those. So this is the little line, and you can see there's little fissures. Like, this is still semi-flexible, which is nothing short of amazing, because it doesn't look like it should be. It looks like it's crystallized. So there's a little tiny micro hole in this somewhere along the line, obviously, and that water was just blaring out of there. I'm just totally amazed at this completely, because you can see the fissures when I turn the clear plastic line sideways. They're very pronounced. So it was basically ready to have a complete blowout. Luckily, I had an extra line kicking around. It's a black plastic line, but that'll do until I can get another replacement. But yeah, that was a head scratcher, because I was looking at it and it looked like the vent line was draining, but that's like impossible, because the only way the vent line could be draining is if our septic system backed up, and it backed up high enough where it should have been coming out of the toilet, much less the vent. But thankfully, that was not what the problem was. It was this and a very tiny hole right here. I don't know if you can even see that. But yeah, crisis averted. Mary gets a gold star for hearing it and for noticing that the pump was kicking on more often than it normally would. Gold star for you, Mary. Thank you. So for city dwellers that may not have pumps or anything like that because you're on city water, this is the black piece that you saw on that pump that was down there. And basically, if I can take this cover off, we got a little mechanism here that when the pressure changes in that water line, this relay will kick. And when that relay kicks, that's what fires on your pump. So there's a little tiny pressure line that comes from this to the side of the tank. And basically this is the pressure line. So when this pops a little hole, the pump just keeps calling for water. So yeah, I'm glad I had the extra one, because the extra one actually had some black line on it. And the black line was what I used to fix the one that's downstairs. Whew, crisis averted. Oh, TV. All right, because that explanation sounded terrible when I went back and I watched the video again. I'm gonna try this one more time. So this sits on top of the pump housing. This little line goes to the tank. So this little line is a pressure line. And this pressure line comes from the tank, and when the pressure drops, it clicks the relay, then the relay fires the motor to call for more water. So the little line is what's taking all the pressure. So if this has any fractures in it, like this one does, obviously, then that will just keep calling for water every time that it starts getting low. In this case, it didn't completely explode. I've had them freeze in the winter before when I don't put the side covers on the house, and if it drops down to below freezing, I've had these lines swell up, burst, and then snap. And once they snap, it's like a solid stream of water, and then that pump will just basically keep running because it keeps calling for water. And then I have to shut the pump down and find another one of these. I should probably invest in this stuff. Maybe a 35-foot long spool. In all honesty, I've only lost 3 of these, so I don't think that's too bad. Okay, that's a better explanation, so I'm willing to go with that.